Bringing it all together, operating as an audit-ready brokerage. As we reach the final section of this course, it is important to step back and recognize how every component we have covered connects into one unified goal: operating a brokerage that is fully compliant, fully supervised, and fully prepared for an ADRE audit at any time. An audit is not a one-time event. It is a reflection of daily operations. Every file reviewed, every policy enforced, every payment processed, and every advertisement created contributes to the overall compliance of the brokerage. From Chapter 1 through Chapter 6, one consistent principle has remained. Compliance is not reactive, it is proactive. The broker who waits for an audit to identify problems is already behind. The broker who builds systems to prevent problems is positioned for long-term success. How ADRE audits brokerages, what to expect. The Arizona Department of Real Estate conducts audits to ensure that brokerages are operating in compliance with Arizona statutes and administrative rules. Audits may be routine, randomly selected brokerages; triggered, based on complaints or red flags; focused, targeting specific compliance areas. During an audit, ADRE will typically review transaction files for completeness and timeliness, broker review documentation, 10-day rule compliance, advertising materials for proper disclosure and identification, compensation records for compliance with ARS, paragraph 32-2155, trust account records, if applicable, policies and procedures under AAC R4-28-1103. For example, a brokerage in Phoenix undergoing an audit may be asked to produce 10-20 transaction files. ADRE will review each file to determine whether documents are complete, broker review occurred within 10 business days, disclosures were properly handled, records are organized and accessible. The audit is not just about documents, it is about demonstrating a system of supervision. Common audit triggers and violations, where brokers get caught. While some audits are random, many are triggered by specific issues. Understanding these triggers allows brokers to proactively reduce risk. Common audit triggers include consumer complaints, commission disputes, advertising violations, missing or incomplete transaction records, unlicensed activity concerns, inconsistent or late broker review. Common violations identified during audits include failure to review documents within 10 days, ARS, paragraph 32-2151.01G, incomplete or missing transaction files, improper advertising without brokerage identification, payment of compensation to unlicensed individuals, lack of written policies and supervision systems. For example, a brokerage in Chandler receives a complaint regarding misleading advertising. ADRE initiates an audit and discovers additional issues, including missing files and lack of documented broker review. What began as a single complaint expands into a full compliance investigation. A key takeaway: audits often reveal patterns, not isolated mistakes. Building a compliance system, the broker's blueprint. Passing an audit is not about reacting to ADRE, it is about building a system that ensures compliance every day. A strong compliance system includes written policies and procedures, clear guidelines for agents covering advertising, transactions, compensation, and record keeping, transaction management systems platforms that track document uploads, broker review, and file completion, license monitoring systems processes to ensure all agents maintain active and valid licenses, advertising review and approval processes, controls to ensure all marketing complies with AAC R4-28-502, compensation control systems to ensure all payments comply with ARS paragraph 32-155, training and enforcement, ongoing education and consistent enforcement of policies through progressive discipline. For example, a brokerage in Gilbert implements a 72-hour document upload requirement, automated alerts for broker review deadlines, pre-approved advertising templates, monthly compliance training sessions. This type of system does not just prepare the brokerage for an audit, it prevents violations from occurring in the first place. Final checklist for brokers: audit readiness at all times. To conclude this course, every broker should be able to confidently answer yes to the following. All agents hold active and valid licenses. All transaction files are complete and organized. All documents are reviewed within 10 business days. All advertising includes proper brokerage identification. All compensation flows through the broker, and only to licensed individuals. All records are securely stored and accessible. All policies and procedures are documented and enforced. All systems create verifiable audit trails. If any of these answers are no, the brokerage is at risk. For example, A broker in Scottsdale conducts an internal audit using this checklist and identifies that review timelines are not consistently met. By correcting this issue before an ADRE audit, the broker avoids potential violations. A key principle: internal audits are the best defense against external audits. The modern real estate broker, a higher standard. Today's real estate broker operates in a highly regulated, fast-paced, and technology-driven environment. Success is no longer defined solely by production. It is defined by compliance, professionalism, and risk management. The modern broker must understand Arizona law and ADRE rules, implement systems that support compliance, actively supervise agents and transactions, adapt to new risks, including AI and digital platforms, maintain transparency and accountability at all times. This course has provided the framework to achieve that standard. Bringing it all together, final course integration. Every concept we have discussed is interconnected. Agency establishes relationships, contracts define obligations, disclosure ensures transparency, supervision ensures compliance, compensation ensures legality, audit certification verifies it all. If one piece fails, the entire system is at risk. A compliant brokerage is not built on one strong area. It is built on consistency across all areas. Final thought. The goal is not just to pass an ADRE audit. The goal is to operate in a way that an audit becomes routine, because compliance is already built into everything you do. That is what separates an average brokerage from a professional, sustainable, and highly respected operation in today's Arizona real estate market. Online discussion. Why should brokers conduct internal audits? Answer. To identify and correct compliance issues before an ADRE audit occurs. What is the most common audit violation? Answer. Failure to review transaction documents within the required 10-day timeframe. What defines a modern real estate broker? Answer. A professional who combines legal knowledge, system implementation, supervision, and risk management to maintain compliance.